Hi, my name is Charlie, and today we're going to go over the deployment and storage of the 2015 Regal PowerTower Bimini system. A few of the key features that are new for 2015 is the use of a single Bimini top system. Traditionally, we have two Bimini tops, a forward and a rear. Because we moved to the single Bimini top system, we had to create a system that the front can still be deployed and be in use, and the back to be stored. We were able to accomplish this. Another system that's new for 2015 is a sliding handrail system. This is how you actually deploy and store the forward Bimini top. You can actually push these buttons, slide the Bimini top back, and store the top without having to disengage any mounts. When installing your top on your frame, you'll notice a few key features. We've incorporated a neoprene sock to go over the ski pylon to help with water intrusion and light transmission. Also, because this top is designed to allow the forward top to stay deployed and the rear top to be stored, we've added one piece of track to the center of the arch. You may be familiar with the Sure Seal that's utilized on the cockpit covers. We've added this to the center of the top. It presses into the track and it holds the forward top tight while the rear top is stored. The third key feature that we've utilized on these tops is zippered bow pockets. All of the bow pockets on these tops have zippers, so you can take the top on and off if needed for cleaning or storage. When installing your top on your frame, you'll notice that the bow pockets have a snap in the center. You'll also notice there's a stud in the center of the frame. You want to engage this first. This keeps the top centered on the frame and won't allow it to slide side to side so you rip the corner of your top. Next, you want to engage the zippers for the bow pockets. Zipping them on, and your top's installed on your frame. Because of the unique sliding handrail system, there is a step-by-step process that we need to follow to deploy the Bimini top system. You want to start at the rear of the top first. You want to go ahead and deploy the rear top, taking the rear stanchion off and sliding it in the mounts. The next step is disengaging the handrail from the storage position. You'll notice on the handrail we have two double push pins. The push pins are designed to push the outermost pin, lowering the innermost pin. We're only going to be putting the mounts on the innermost pins on this framework. So we push the outer pin, sliding it in front of the lower pin. We'll do this on both sides. Once we get to this position, you'll notice the frame is pretty easy to slide. First, we want to make sure that the top is pushed up around the corner of the framework. Next, we want to push these pins in. There's another two pins up front, and you want to slide your stanchion past and up towards the curve. We'll do this on both sides. Once you're up past the curve, you can slide your whole framework up and out into the deployed position. You want to push the outermost pin, placing the innermost pin inside of the mount. You'll notice there's a hole wallered out in that mount. It's very important that you get that pin in that hole. Once we get to this position, all we have to do is grab right in front of the mount, pushing the outer pin, pulling the framework down and into place. Once we do this on both sides, your top is deployed. The last point of interest is pulling the outermost corners of the frame top down, ensuring that you have a top fit. Because this is a ski boat, we've incorporated two ways to access the ski pylon in the top center of the arch. First, we've added a zipper located in the center of the top where you can access the ski pylon by reaching through and adding a rope. Or you can store the rear top, leaving the front top deployed like we mentioned earlier. Each boat comes with a strap that is utilized by this deck loop. You take the loop end of the strap, sliding it through the deck loop, pushing the strap through and pulling it back down on itself. Once we have this on, we can come back and disengage the rear of the top, storing the stanchion and folding the top forward. We can then take this strap, wrap it around the ski pylon, and putting it back on itself. Once we tighten this down, this will keep the rear bimini top frame from bouncing around underway and allows you to have full access to the ski pylon. For storage of the bimini top, we do the same steps we use for deployment in reverse. Simply pull down on the frame, pushing the forward push pin in, sliding the jaw slide in front of that push pin. Do this on both sides. Once those are disengaged, we'll go ahead and push the upper pin in, sliding the jaw slide off that pin. Once this is done, this is free. We want to make sure that we slide that top in front of the curve. Then we're going to slide this jaw slide behind both of these push pins. Do that on both sides. Once it's behind those push pins, we can slide this back into the stored position. Pushing the lower push pin in and engaging it into the hole on the bottom of the jaw slide. Once you're done storing the front bimini top, we can move to the rear. Go ahead and pull down on the rear of the top, pulling the pins out of the mounts, and storing the stanchion with the stanchion clip on the main leg. You can then swing the whole top forward and apply your boot for storage. The last step in storing the top is installing the storage boot. We've gone ahead and lowered the arch down to show you where the ski pylon receives the boot. Because the top goes over the entire arch, this boot encompasses the entire arch and the top. First, we're going to take this hole and slide it over the ski pylon. Now in this boot there's a buckle strap that we're going to use to wrap around the entire framework and arch and click in on itself. This will give us something to hold in place while we go to the back. Now we've come to the rear of the arch. You'll notice this boot has large cutouts in the very bottom of it. This is for in the case if you have speakers below your arch. You can still use this boot and store your top. First, you want to come to the rear strap and cinch that strap down nice and tight. Making sure that all your canvas is tucked in, go ahead and engage your zippers. Starting one side, and installing the other. Go ahead and zip both sides up, and your top is in the stored position. We highly recommend when trailering your boat, you always use the boot and put the tops in the stored position.